Hello, we are live. One day again. Praise God. Thank you for inviting. Today, I have a chance to inviting our business owner, business partner, Marcia, to come to our program and to accepting my interview. She's going to share her story with us. Marcia, good morning. I hope
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good night from wherever you are.
Okay, I'll let you introduce yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Sasha. Thank you so much for allowing me to share on your platform. It's indeed a pleasure to be speaking across the world.
Yes.
We're speaking from across the world. So I'm speaking from Kingston, Jamaica. Jamaica is a Caribbean island, and I'm actually in Kingston. My name is Marcia Kitson-Walters, and I have two amazing sons. I am currently employed as a full-time administrator, and I'm also a minister of religion at my church. I work in the children ministry, and I have a passion for children. And so I'm looking forward to this, just speaking about, it's kind of strange to be speaking about myself. I've never had that done before. So Sasha, this is a first for me, and thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. It's a first for me too. Don't worry. We all learn from that. Yeah. My next question is, what's the circumstance or what is the situation and the timing? Of course, you are telling us why you choosing this online business.
Okay, I will give you a little background before I actually speak to this specific business. But I've always been searching. From the get-go, I realized that having a full-time job wasn't going to give you the kind of life that I would have wanted to live and the kind of life for my sons.
Yes.
And so I've always wanted more because it's that my dreams are bigger than me. So I know that a job would not have allowed me to, envision to achieve the things that I wanted. So I started out very early doing odd things to supplement my salary. And so I had actually had a brick and mortar business, and I lost all my savings, everything. I hit rock bottom. So I knew.
Sorry, what kind of business do you have?
I had a manufacturing business where we did peanut brittles. So it's sweets, and I was actually exporting to Canada and to the US. And the main market was in Jamaica. But at the same time, I also had a corporate job with one of the biggest corporate companies in Jamaica right now. And so I was looking to leave in corporate to go into my own business, which I did in 2014. But the business wasn't doing well. And so I kept putting my savings. At the time, I had like 17 persons on staff. So for me, it was more.
Hold on a second. So you mentioned about you have the corporate job, right?
Right.
You're working for the full-time company. You also has your own business, peanut butter. And it's just making only peanut butter.
Peanut brittle. It's a brittle, a sweet. Right,
Yeah,
a sweet.
And so you're only making one kind in your manufacturing.
I would do work every day. We would work every day.
Only one type of product. Only one type of product.
Yes, just one type of product, but three different sizes. So they were in small, medium, and large.
Yes.
So we were
easy. You have a corporate job, and then you had
corporate
to
job.
you had to operate. You had to spend more time in your manufacturing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, I had two sons going to high school at that time as well.
Oh,
so I was a mom, a business owner, and an employer.
Yeah.
Right. And so it took everything I had to keep the business afloat, because I know the staff was depending on me.
Yeah.
So there were times I would use my own salary to pay them.
Yes.
So in 20,
right?
Yeah, it consumes you. It takes up all of your bills. So I was to work, to school, and then the cycle begins again for the entire week. And then when I lost everything, all my savings, I had nothing left. Things became very hard. And so I had to go back to work because I had left my corporate job to run my business. And so I had to go back to corporate to a small, so now this is where I am now working. And so I realized that things were really hard, Sasha. There were times when we didn't even have food. And so, pride. So you're not going to want to tell anybody what was happening because of your pride. So there were days when we didn't even have food. And so I started hunting again, that I needed to do something to bring in more income. So I started another SLM business. And that wasn't doing as well because I'm not that kind of person who like to go to people door to door. And so that wasn't doing well. So I was actually online looking for a job, looking for an online job. And what actually happened while I was looking for the online job, I came up on a video from my mentor, who is Marie Pascal, who is also in the business. I was curious, and so I clicked on her link and I followed her. So I had the first webinar. I went to the first webinar, and I was really impressed with what I saw. And so I paid my $149, and the more I became aware of what was happening, but then I said to myself, this thing is just too good to be true.
Yes.
And so I refunded. I actually refunded. I refunded my $149, and then I sat up and I thought about it, and I said, "But what if this thing is really real?" And I remember speaking to my boss. He was familiar with the company. And so, I prayed about it because I'm a woman of faith, as I told you before. I am a minister. And something in my gut told me to go back. And so I went back. As I say, I really needed to supplement my income. I had to come back to work as I actually left my corporate job. And so I saw what the business could do. And I was drowning in debt, couldn't pay some of my bills. And so the opportunity found me. I didn't find it at all. And so I'm here.
So did you, you say you drop out, right? You get the refund. And then so who you sign up after? It's the same person?
Yes, ma'am.
How long does it take to let you think about it? You get a refund. It's 30 days anyway. It's a full refund. So you get money back. And then from the first time to the second time, how long does it take? And
it was a matter of a week. 1 week, because I was convinced that what I saw could work. But then, fear took me, and I said, this is just too good to be true. So I signed up the June the 15th, and by June the 21st, I was back.
Okay, so you are the same mentor, though?
Same mentor and same coach.
Okay,
because so the good thing about it, Sasha, the good thing about it is that they kept in touch with me. The good thing about it was that they kept in touch with me. So even though I had refunded, I was still talking to them in the background.
Okay, right? That's good to know.
Yes,
nice.
Definitely.
So to let you have more chances to step in again, not sit on the fence. Right. Don't fall off. You might hurt yourself.
Exactly.
We really.
So I came back with more confidence, having prayed about it, and spoke with my sons. And a matter of fact, I didn't tell my sons anything. I just decided that I was going to do it in the quiet, And so
most of the people start like that because it's too good to be true. And if you are even doubting, how are you going to tell your family? They will think, I said, you're crazy. No, we don't need it. We needed more practical stuff, right? It's too
exactly.
It's a screaming, right? I understand. Yeah. So you came back, and at that time you didn't have your own business anymore, right? Because you bankrupt.
No, the
You don't have your
business.
own business, but you went through this administration. You cannot go back to your corporate job, right? So
No,
you find a different job, but you are doing
right,
full time until now,
right,
and with this business. Is that right?
right. That's
Yeah.
correct because my personal job at the time, business at the time, it went under. So I actually sold the assets of the company
Did
and
you when
closed
you
that
came
chapter.
in? Yeah, when you came in after, right? Did you know one of our business owner called Rico? Rico is from Jamaica.
I didn't know him. I met Rico and Rennie and Roger
Is
from
it
the
Rico from Jamaica? I thought she's
Rennie
from.
and Roger as well from
Yeah.
the Dream Team, the Caribbean flock. That's where I
Yes.
actually met them.
Wonderful, right? They all
Right,
found their ministry too.
right.
That is
Rico
why
is in.
he wanted doing this business because he wanted to be
Mhm.
more
Right,
freedom to
Rico
do
is in
what he
Haiti.
loved to do. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
but
go
that
to the next.
also brought some comfort though, Sasha, seeing
Yeah.
that there were other Jamaicans in the flock, in the business, and they were doing very well. Like
Yes.
Samantha is doing very well.
Hmm.
And so, I took courage from that.
That's true. It's doable.
Very
Everybody can
doable.
copy. Yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of background you are. Hey, let's see
Right.
go on the next one. I know you are quite new, like me. If asking you the question, you just follow whatever you see. To what is your point of view? If people asking you
Mhm.
exactly what is this exactly this business, so what are you going to tell them? Hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I just want to mention that to the audience too. The same question, but no matter you are the newcomer, the beginner, or you holding down this business like 10 years, they all have a different points of view to see this business. Is that right? So it just answer whatever you see. Yeah.
Okay. That is so true because depending on what you are looking for, the
Mm.
perspective will change. So for me, what I see is a community of persons with very similar mindset. Everybody coming together with
Yes. Yeah.
one goal to change their circumstances,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And
Mm.
there is a successful, well-proven system to guide you through. And we
Mhm.
all come in at the same level, but the only variant in the business is you. Each of us come in at a different place, right? So the community is what grabbed me, being around people with similar mindsets,
Yes.
wanting to change our circumstances, and the business with the various tools and the different training system is what
Mhm.
makes it all doable.
Amen. I believe so too. So, do you want to talk about more? What's about this business? About you just mentioned have a quality that people they joining it, and this system is quite good. If they want to know about, but like that you jumping off, and then you coming in again. So, what do you think about how are you going to tell them? Like say your friend asking you, or it's not friend, it's like a stranger. It's like they are on the Facebook, right? It's kind of like a stranger. It's not your friend yet. They don't know, and they see in this interview and they don't know what is exactly this business and what do you want to tell them.
What I would tell them, it's an opportunity that can change your life.
Yes.
That is really what it is. It is nothing compared to our regular jobs,
Hmm.
right? It is what you make of it. So it is really us leveraging the internet
Yeah.
and the various social media platforms
Mm-hmm.
to accomplish whatever it is that you want. It could be that you want to be debt free. It could be that you're in a space where you're basically all by yourself and you're looking for a community of
Mm-hmm.
persons who are similar mindsets.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens is there is a tool that guides you depending on what you want to do. Because if you follow the tools,
Mm-hmm.
the business without the tools would not make it as effective as it is now. So if you're coming in and you're an IT specialist and you don't follow the training that is provided for you, then you would also not accomplish what you would have set out for. So the business is really what you make it, because the various tools are there, the community is there to guide you through. So it's really about you leveraging social media and, you know, attracting people of like mind, because it's really about attraction marketing. So you are attracting people who are similar to you, who have similar pains and hurts and struggles like yourself, and you're providing you with a platform to help you to become a better version of yourself.
Thank you. And this is the first one I already interviewed. If you go to my website later, you will see as I interviewed so far as not so many people. Haven't had people talk about that yet. It's different way. Yeah, thank you so much. After you're done, no matter how long, whatever this right now, after you're done, you join it. And what did they bring it to you right now?
Okay, for me, I want to be able to invest into different people's life. As I mentioned, I am a minister of religion. We work with the inner city children. And there are many projects at my church that I would want to be able to contribute to help these children. There are camps, summer camps. My children went to summer camp and I saw the difference that it made, you know, having gone to these Christian camps. It molded them. And so for me, I want to be able to contribute to those children. And a matter of fact, I want to be able to live some life. So what it will do for me after, it will give me options. So I also want to be able to take my parents out, you know, to give them some kind of life before they go on. Because, I mean, my dad is 89 now, and he basically sits at home. So I want to be able to, what this will do is bring the kind of resources that I would need, you know, to invest in some of these people's lives. As well as I have siblings who are not working now. And, you know, I definitely want to be able to be in a position to help them, because when I was you know, going through my struggles, there were persons who reached out to me and are still reaching out as I'm, you know, on the road to recovery. So I want to be able to pay back that, you know, so to just to spread joy and, you know, help other persons realize their own dreams and, you know, realize that it's not the end of the world, because we have to be here for each other. It's really not just about me, you know, but it's about those who you can help on the way to success.
This business is quite different. I found it. We help each other to get stronger, get bigger. This business, we never need to competition, because we say that, like you say before, there's a target to you like you. So everybody's different. So there's no competition at all, right? Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. This is the so what do you think about what kind of people they would be suitable to doing this business?
You have to be able to take risk. That's one of the first thing, because with the scamming and phishing that's happening in the virtual space, because we're more and more, we're becoming people who are working in the virtual space. And the security is breached many times, because you have people out there who know what they're doing, right? So I would say, first of all, you have to be willing to take risks. You have to have a growth mindset. If you're coming with a fixed mindset, then it's not going to help you. But you have to be open-minded to say, well, you know, I used to do this way, but in this environment, I have to now do it this way. And so you have to have consistency. Consistency is one of them too. Because if sometimes I see you on Facebook, another time I don't see you for another month or two, you're not building trust, right? So people will wonder, is this person for real? Or is this person, you know, just playing around? So you have to be consistent too. And you have to be bold and be courageous, because when the rubber hits the road, really it's about the person who has the stamina to go on. So it's really about you being able to take risk, being open to take risk, and then be even willing to unlearn if you are not somebody who is willing to unlearn. So you learn and you unlearn to learn. Because the environment is different. This is not the same as a black and Marcia business. So if you don't have that, and you also have to have steadfastness, because if you're not steadfast in this business, and you have to really be strong, because it's not going to always go the way you want it to go.
But before you mentioned about we have the community and also our system, is that helping about this part? Yes, they need to have this quality, but is that helping you?
Oh yes, that has been the backbone of my growth in the last 3 months. If the community wasn't there, maybe I would walk away, because as I have mentioned before, it's a new environment for me. Prior to COVID, I was not on Facebook. But then when my church had services on Facebook, on YouTube, I had to adjust and I had to adapt. Now, if the community wasn't there, and even still there, because with all those mastermind programs,
yes.
I mean, I've never been in a space where people are so willing to teach you.
Yes.
The leaders, they are not selfish. They're open up their lives. They're open up. They're vulnerable. And I've never seen that anywhere else. Even last night, we were on the drop-in Zoom with Jay and Kana. And they're just so willing to teach you, to tell you, do this, don't do it that way. And we're all in our own businesses, so they don't have to do that. They don't have to do it, but yet they choose to do it. So the community, the training that is there makes a lot of differences. If you fail in this business, it's because of you. As I said, the only variable in the business is really you, because we're all exposed to the same things.
Yeah. So some people, just like I said it before, they are sitting on the fence and they're still looking into, and they are not sure, or they doubt. What do you give to them advice? What kind of advice you're going to give to?
Well, it all starts with a dream and a desire for more. So they have to have that desire. They have to want more, because we were all created with a purpose. Our purposes are different, right? So if inside of us, there is always that desire to want more, to do more, so I would say to them, what is that more? Why would you want to do that? And if that why is compelling enough, and you want to take the chance, you have to be able to take a risk again. So I would say to you, if that desire is strong enough, and like me, go in and see what it is about, and you may want to refund and think about it, or you may want to stay, because in the community, the online entrepreneurs community, there's so many things there to inspire them. So I would say to them, if you have a dream, and a dream that is much bigger than you, this is a community, in which you could make a start. So I would say go. Take the leap of faith.
Do you think they should join earlier? They should start it earlier?
I think, Sasha, that's a very good question, because if I had seen the video online and my situation was different, I may not have joined, right? Maybe my pain wasn't enough that I would want to take that leap. So it's really about your circumstances.
Yes.
You know, when you know, right? you just know that there is something, there's a force that is driving you to this. So it's about timing.
Yes.
I think it's really about timing. It's not about whether you join earlier or later. It's about the timing and what is happening with you at that time. That is going to be driving you to want to know what this thing is all about.
This is true. Every time, some people, they feel kind of regret. They join later, like after 1 or 2 years. They wish they can join earlier so they can be progress faster, maybe. But it really like a timing, like you say. After the 2 years, but before 2 years, like that person was a regret or whatever, they didn't join 2 years ago, which means at that time you don't need it. You don't have a strong needs or force you want to look into, step into more boldly. Because if you are like the have you seen it? I don't know in English it has this or no. We have the slang in Chinese. The people, I mean, you look at the dog. If someone is trying to catch that the dog will jump it over the high fence. Even they can't do it before. It's an emergency. It's a need to force the people, right, to do something out of ordinary. That's true.
Definitely.
So that is why you mentioned about you need to be encouraged. You have the needs, you have the goal. You are not settled for what you have right now. You want you have the goal to see more to accomplish, and this is the business that can helping you to reach your goal. Yeah, that's true. Thank you so much. You mentioned that. Yeah. If people they think about, because every business, though, like you have a traditional business or you see lots of business even online, after COVID, people go to the website. I mean, Etsy, right? Etsy and then Shopify or the Amazon, they can tend to be not just shopping, they tend to be the business owner too. So is there have a problem for this business? They have a marketing saturation. Do you think so?
No, that's not a very good question, because that was something that crossed my mind initially. If there are so many persons in the business already, shouldn't or will there be a case when the market is so saturated that there's nowhere for growth? But I've been attending the Tuesday evening masterminds, and every week there is at least 320 new persons joining the business. So what that is saying to me that, I mean, it's a global business. It's around the world. There is no exclusion. There is no limitation to where you can go. And more people, it is so hard now to get people to work here in Jamaica because they don't want to stay here. They are looking for flexibility. And so people who were in the traditional business, they are now looking for new opportunities online where the flexibility is there. So I have realized, Sasha, from the masterminds, if every week 300 and more persons are joining, you're talking about some 1,200 per month. And we have just basically scratched the surface. Because somebody who might have seen your video this year, they might not be interested, but their circumstances will change. And they now have a need for an opportunity like this. So I definitely don't think we have scratched the surface. and with our system as well, with the funnel system where you can just send out your reaches and your reaches reach worldwide. You are going to scratch into a market where nobody has been yet. Because the concept is pretty new, right? So I don't think we even scratched the surface as yet.
Wonderful. I like your mindset. And it's true. This is my last question so far. After you becoming to be you already becoming this business owner, what condition are needed to be successful in this business, not others?
Okay, as I mentioned it before, that you have to have the right mindset. You have to have the right mindset, and you have to be willing to change. If you're not willing to change, then it's going to take you a much longer time. It is
Mm-hmm.
important that you also plug into the training.
Yes, yes.
Don't try to beat it. Because I remember when I came in, they started the 90 days
A
run,
challenge.
right? And I didn't even start looking at creating my ads as yet. And I
Mm.
decided that I was going to, after only my second month, I was
Oh.
going to go into the 90-day challenge. And I was confused because I hadn't gone to that aspect of the training as yet. So if you want to be successful in this particular business,
Mhm.
follow the training.
Mhm.
Don't try to come out of the training and do it on your own. Follow the training.
Mhm.
And you mentioned it before, don't try to compete.
Mhm.
What we do in this business is complement each other, right? So you have to complement, don't compete. And
Yeah.
another thing that sometimes people tend to do, they tend to compare. This business is not where you come to compare, because what you are doing, you're comparing your 2 months or 3 months in the business with
That's right.
somebody's success who has been in the business a year, 2 or 3 years,
Mhm.
right? So I would say to that person, if you want to be successful, don't compare. No. Compare yourself with yourself.
Yeah.
Where was I a month ago
Mhm.
when I started the business? Where am
Yeah.
I 2 months? 2 months in the business, and
Yes.
keep growing. If you are not growing, then you need to make changes, because
Mm.
there are so many persons in the community. You can plug into the community. So
Mm.
don't compare yourself with anyone, and stay focused. Stay focused. When you see the people with their blessings and they're showing it in the dream team, showing their blessings, you're like, why is it taking me so long? But no, we all have to go through our own journey.
Yes.
And the important thing, I must emphasize that, do not overlook training. Do not overlook the training. You have to be focused, stick to the training. As I think one of the dream team members said, stick to the mission, and then the commission will come.
I like that. That's
Yes,
true.
so stick to the mission, and then the commission will come.
Yeah.
But the key thing, though, Sasha, is to plug into the training. If
Yes.
you really want to be successful,
Yes.
plug into the training. It is already there. It's the same people who are building it successfully. They are the
Mhm.
ones who have set up the training. So if it
Yes.
works for them, why not stick to it? So
Yes.
I would say stick to it and have the right mindset, the right attitude.
Mhm.
This busy, we're in business for ourselves, but we have all the necessary tools to
Mhm.
help us to succeed.
It's true. It's true. Thank you so much. I hope I don't have a more question. This is my last one. After we done this interview, do you have a more you want to tell the audience?
Do I have a?
Have a more something you want to tell the audience before we off?
Yes, I would say to you, don't let fear derail your purpose or your destiny. Because for many of us, we look at our situation now, and we make failures in the past prevent us
Yes.
from moving forward. So I would
Yes.
say to them, use those failures as
Yes.
stepping stone into the future. And
Mhm.
your past doesn't define your future. We can always start over. So for me, if you come across that video or that Facebook message, take the leap of faith. I did, and I have nothing, no regrets at this point. And I'm becoming a better version of myself every day. So I'd say
Yes.
to persons who are watching, think about it. What is it that you want? What is your pain? Is your current circumstances, your current situation, are you able to come out of it? And
Mhm.
if the answer is no, I would say to you, take that leap of faith.
Thank you so much for spending the time with us and with all the audience in the world. They might see this later or whatever, but it's very precious. That is why I like the recording one. Everything is the recording there. You can replay, and then until you get it, right? This is really amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much. You share your truly your from your heart, the very sincerely words. Hopefully helping others. They still sit on the fence or they are not sure or they're looking into. Life is more like to more challenging. You cannot if you stay in just the traditional one, it cannot take over. You had to move on. You had to you can have the traditional job you still have it, but or even you are at home, you lost your job, but this is a very good opportunity to give it to you to fulfill yourself. Everybody has a purpose. Come to our earth, right? Come to this human being, and everybody is very unique and special. Find your way. This is the best way to fulfill your destiny. I feel that. Yeah, this is very amazing because, like you say in the beginning, this is have lots of business. In our business, everybody is the same mindset. Even you don't have it yet, but you want to be changed. This is the platform that can let you to learn and also forming and mold you, turn to be you're supposed to be. Yeah, you will become what you're supposed to be because this is very amazing community and then the training. This is really amazing. Thank you so much. I will hope that next time I will have some more different question. Then I will come and visit you again. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much, Sasha, for having
Thank you
me.
for everybody, and we will
Bye,
go live
everyone.
here now. Thank you.